Hello everyone, people of the earth, whatever you want me to say. Yes, I'm going to say first of all, totally unrehearsed, all of this what I'm going to do, but Happy New Year. Go away 2015, hello 2016. Last year I made one of these. I didn't know I was going to make it. It was just a spur of the moment thing, because I just thought things needed to be said. But this one was actually planned. This quick little video I'm doing, even though I don't think it's going to be that quick. Yeah, it's been a up and down year for me, all in all. I got a few things to talk about, a few important things. One thing in particular pertaining to this channel on YouTube here. So I will address that first. Just telling you things that, and then a personal message along with that as well. And then we'll get on with the. I've said I'm going to name my game of the year both for on the channel and a game that I played not on the channel, and that could be any game that I've played anytime this year. It doesn't have to necessarily be new, just something I've played. But for the list I have made, it's fairly new stuff for the most part, or at least this year new, if you know what I mean. And I'm actually going to say the top 5 for each category. So games you've seen on this channel, the top 5 of those, and the games you haven't seen that I have played in a top 5. So that's all coming up. But first of all, I want to say actually a big thank you to everyone who's watching whatever you're watching on this channel. I don't usually keep score when it comes to subscriber amount, but I always like to know that somebody's watching me, and and it's a great comfort that you guys are, and because this harkens back to the, well, I might as well get the personal message out now, because it's my brother. He used to enjoy watching me play stuff, and yeah, he enjoyed doing that, and that's why I thought, if I can do this for him, I can do this for everyone else. And that enjoyment of him sitting practically over there is watching me play games and stuff, is obviously, it can't happen anymore. So with you guys watching me play games or make the ASF or whatever it is, then I'm just gonna say thank you, because not that you're filling a gap by any means. I mean, like I said, I want to do this alongside doing that, because that's what I figured. But it's a rewarding feeling that I am still amusing people, despite in the same way I'd be amusing him. So yeah, thank you very much for watching anything, no matter from where it's been made, or how long ago it's been made, or just thank you. It's just a nice feeling. I always said that it's always great to put something out on YouTube, regardless of what it is, because once it's there, and people can enjoy it and watch it whenever they want. And it's really a great feeling that I get from that. Call it a sugar rush. Maybe not that bad, maybe not that crazy, but it's just a nice feeling whenever I upload a video. I'm gonna people are gonna watch this and they're gonna enjoy it, or they're not gonna enjoy it, but hey, if they don't, then they don't. But it doesn't bother me that much, as long as I'm making someone happy. That's all I'm worried about. So yeah, and also on the, because like I said, I don't keep score on subscribers, but I have noticed that we've passed the mark of 300 subscribers for this channel. That means that I've managed to impress, or whatever it may be. I've been able to capture the hearts or the minds or whatever of 300 people, and that's a big score for me, because I wasn't expecting to be that huge. you know, I wasn't expecting to be like, yeah, I would have been happy with just under 100 or something. You know, I wasn't ever anticipating, because you know, I know that there's moments where I completely suck and blow the joint. I mean, I'm not denying that. I mean, that's an obvious thing. I mean, some of the things videos I watch back, you know, I'm getting rather bored with myself. But hey, I'm my own worst critic. So I don't know what you guys think of me, but obviously I'm impressing you on some level, because that's 300 people. And on that note, this is the important part about the channel, is I got those subscribers, and I didn't have to get them. You guys, I'm saying subscribers as if you're like something, but you're people at the end of the day. Not just subscribers, whatever. But yeah, you know what I mean. But those subscribers, you the people watching me now, are, you know, you didn't do that because I told you to, because I said, you know, if you'd like to see more of this, why don't you subscribe? You did that because you wanted to see more of me, not because I said it in a video somewhere. You know, even though I've made a joke about it on the on-off occasion, but hey, it's just a joke at the end of the day. And you know, but here's the question I want to ask is, do you think I should mention, you know, like, comment, subscribe, blah 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 in every video I do, or at least a few videos that I do? Do you think I should do that? Because I feel like I don't want this to be my channel, I want this to be your guys' channel as well. You know, and you haven't complained about me not saying subscribe because you think I'm that popular or whatever. I don't know what's going inside your head, okay? Well, the only thing I know is you find me amusing. Lovely haircut. Might get it cut sometime. I don't know. Who cares? I don't care. It's my head. It's my head. Leave it alone. Yeah, that's 300 people. You guys. No matter what time I got you, be it the beginning of this channel's existence, and it's existed for a long friggin' time, or be it this year. I mean, it doesn't matter. The important thing is, I've never said ever in any video of any kind, of any description, to subscribe to me to see more of what I do. You've just gone down and pressed that red button at your discretion because you want to see more of me. I know there's not as many people watching me now as there was whenever, but you're watching me, and that's the important thing. I mean, you've pressed that button from me saying absolutely nothing, and that, I think, takes more devotion than someone just saying in a video. Not that I'm criticizing those people that do, because they want to obviously become, because I have a roof I need to hit at some point, and I don't want to be that person, even unless you want me to be that person. But you know, I don't know. So that's the message. You know, is, do you want me to say to people, subscribe for more at the end of videos or whatever that I do? That's the big question, because I'm conflicted, because I don't mind. I mean, I'm quite happy to not say anyone to subscribe or whatever. I'm quite happy doing that because I wasn't doing it in the first place. But I want to know what you guys think. Should I do it or not? So I'll just throw that question out there and see what I get back. Because I usually do say to people to comment, and I usually get hardly any comments. So, you know, that's where I'm coming from. It's like, I've told you to comment, but you're not commenting. But I haven't told you to subscribe, but you did that. You know what I mean? That's what I mean. It's like, it almost feels like a demand. It's like, you have to do this, because otherwise you're stupid. But, you know, I don't like doing that. Because it's obvious, if you like this person, you're going to click the button. You're not going to do it just because they said to do it. That feels like kind of forced upon, almost, in a sense. Not that, like I said, I don't hate the people that do it. They obviously want to be that popular person, and so they're reminding you, you know, if you want to see more content from me, because I'm great, then subscribe. But I'm not that kind of person. But if you want me to be that kind of person, I can be that kind of person. But that's up to you. But I would prefer, well, I wouldn't prefer. I'm just wondering. I'm curious on your thoughts on that. So that is that. That is that out the way. But once again, thank you, because it's still very rewarding. You know, even if I was amusing one person, I would be happy with that. Just doing that, because this is more like a hobby for me. I mean, who knows, it might be a career. But at the moment I'm not looking for it to be a career. I'm enjoying it as a hobby, and that's hopefully the most I'll get. And I'm not saying you should unsubscribe or anything just because of that, but you know, I just like this, where we are right now, this situation, because I don't dream big, oddly enough. I dream big enough, but I don't dream that big. Like, I don't want to become celebrity status or some shit. I don't want to become the it thing on YouTube. I probably never will be, even though I'm saying that, so I don't know the future, okay? But who knows? I'm rambling, aren't I? I'm gonna move on. Yeah, like I said, thank you. I mean, that takes devotion. That's 300 people I've impressed, and I haven't even said anything. So, for everyone that did press the subscribe button, thank you. Right, moving on. I'm back. Back in the room. So I am going to announce my top 5 games for this year on this channel that I played, that are on this channel, that you can check out. I may leave links in the description for playlists or whatever. Which means you'll be able to find out what they are now, because I won't bother. So don't worry about that. Come back to the video. Come back. So I'm going to name the top 5 games for the channel, and then I'm also going to be naming the top 5 for the ones that I haven't played on the channel, but I made at some point. I don't know. Some of them I might not. I don't know. We'll see what you think. So the top 5 games for this channel, I have hinted at what the number 1 game might be. Wait and see. But number 5 on my entry, can I have a drum roll? No, I don't have any drums. Poop. But number 5 is, it had to be, didn't it? Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. Not going to be all the way up there, because it is a fairly, you know, it's not the best game ever. But for what it was worth, I really enjoyed it, and I'm a big Toad fan, so I wasn't trying to make bias come into it, but it's gonna, so that's why it's going to be in at number 5. Otherwise I would have said, oh, it's above number 1 position. if I was to be completely biased, to be honest with you, because I love Toad as a character. I don't know why, but hey, that's me. I'm Mr. Weird. That's my nickname. Acky, Mr. Weird, Forest, whatever you want to call me. So yeah, Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, and it will be coming back this year in 2016, because I need to complete it, like 100%. Done, finished, kaput. So moving on to number 4, it's actually going to be a little indie game, and it's referred to as Nylumbra. I'm not sure if some of you remember that, or if you've watched it. I recommend you go and watch it, because it's one of those games where it's very unique and creative, and I usually like, I said in the video on probably numerous occasions, if I remember rightly, or if I don't remember rightly, that I like the artistic style of that game. And it's, of course, I like platform games and I like puzzle games, and so you put the two together, and you know, and I am, even though it doesn't look like it, I am loving. It didn't look like it. I love Void Mode. Void Mode is awesome, and I enjoyed the challenge, and I still haven't completed all the challenges on that, or the scenarios or whatever. It's a very puzzling game, but I usually like it when a game baffles the rubbish out of me. Because then you're always wondering, and then when you actually find out how to do it, you're like, oh, and you feel like you're some kind of superhero or whatever. You feel like you've just solved world hunger or whatever. So yeah, I like puzzle games that confuse the hell out of you. But the actual main game was pleasurable enough, and I had a nice conflict with the narrator and whatever, and you know, but he was there and he was an integral part of the game because he set me the atmosphere, and I like the voice in a sense. Even though he had to keep repeating himself if I died or whatever. But you get used to it after a little while. You just rebel against him. But yeah, I love the artistic style, and I love the sound and the music in the game, and you know, that was all just awesome. So that's number 4 on my list. So we go now to number 3. What can top that? But this game is also coming back next year, maybe sooner rather than later, because I love playing this game still, and I'm still playing it whenever I get the chance. And that's Mario Kart 8. I freaking love that game. That's number 3. This one here, that many fingers. I don't know why that one was going over there. But yeah, Mario Kart 8. I love the piss out of that game. There's nothing more to put. It's just, I love driving games, but you know, it's just the magic of Mario Kart. There have been Mario Kart games which I've kind of not liked as much. I think there was one on the DS I didn't like very much, and there was also one. I didn't like the one on the Game Boy Advance either, if I'm thinking correctly. But every other Mario Kart I pretty much enjoyed. I enjoyed the first ever Mario Kart, and I enjoyed the one on the Wii, and I enjoyed the one on the N64, and on the one on the GameCube. Double Dash, hooray! I would still play that game if I could. I can, so I don't know why I said that. That's a really good one. So yeah, Mario Kart 8. I love the hell out of it, and I can't wait to play some more for you guys later on this year. Pretty sooner rather than later, like I said, because I want to get back into it while there's still people playing online. There are still people playing online, of course, but you know, numbers might be getting thinner as the year progresses because Nintendo's new console coming out. Whatever, I'm not going to indulge in that because that's a lot of just people rabbiting on and go, what is it? That's all I hear. What is the new Nintendo console? We don't fucking know. Anyway, so yeah, Mario Kart 8 is number 3. Number 2, here comes the disappointment, because number 2 is Splatoon. Number 2, Splatoon. Yeah, the only reason I'm knocking this down from number 1 position is number 1, I can't see myself, is my hint of what number 1 is, but I can't see myself playing this for much longer after this point. I mean, the last part that's going to come up this weekend will be the last part before I move into a monthly schedule for it, because that's what I'm going to do with that. I'm just going to play it once a month rather than once a week, because it's driving me nuts. Because it's a team concept. I mean, everything else about the game I love. The single player campaign was really fun, and the final boss is freaking epic. You wouldn't expect what the final boss is, but it is an epic fight that, you know, you feel like a king winning, and one of the best final bosses of any video game that I've ever encountered. And the music is awesome. I still listen to the music while I'm working or something, while I'm editing videos or doing whatever else I need to be doing, cleaning the house or whatever. I'll have Splatoon music on in the background. Yeah, and I love the character design and the concept of having to shoot not just people, but you know, just the area, or you know, designated challenges with the tower control. I hate that bloody mode. And the splat zones and the rainmaker. So it all changes it up, and it's very, very cool. And I love the concept. So for that reason, it is number 2. Just I'm not so keen on the gameplay. I'm not going to be playing it for much longer just because of that, but I'll certainly be listening to the music and appreciating it for all the other things. I may even go through the single player mode again, but not for the channel unless you really want me to. But you know, I've been there and done that, so it will be a previous experience rather than a first time experience. But for the first time experience, it was really good. I loved it. Good level design and everything like that, because I did bring it up in when I was talking about Mario Maker stuff, when we were talking about good level design. So who knows. But that brings me to number 1. My game of the year for this channel that I've played on this channel is Super Mario Maker. I'm sorry. But I really love the concept of this game. I fell in love with it even before it came out. Just the idea of being able to create your own Mario courses, and in any game appearance, like for the really old Super Mario Bros. Games or the new one. I love that concept and idea, and the amount of stuff you can do in it. you won't be able to find in any other conventional Mario game, and I think it's a really good idea. And I think this game has paid off for Nintendo. It's definitely a good one to celebrate the 30 years anniversary. Come back, screen. Don't go into a screensaver. There, focus. So yeah, well, that's prompted me that I should be hurrying things up, so I will. But yeah, Super Mario Maker, I could say so much about it, but I just simply love it, and I'm going to be making tons more parts of that to come. Probably more than Minecraft. We'll see. But I love playing other people's levels, and I love making my own levels. I made tons already. I can only put out so many because I haven't received that much ability to post levels, because you have to reach a certain amount of stars that people say, yes, I like your level, so you can post more. And I haven't exactly reached that level, but I can post 20, and I have. So yeah, I just love the game. All in all, it's fucking Mario, and you get to make your own fucking levels and play other people's crazy ass levels. And hopefully the gameplays of the future Let's Plays to come will be a lot better of those, because I'm going to find some proper professional made looking levels from the bookmarker that came out with it. So yay. So it's all good, and I hope to see future updates of the game as well. Who knows what's going to be around the corner for DLC or whatever. But it should be really good, and it should get better. Right, so with that being said, I'm ranting on, so we're going to leave it now. The top 5 games that I haven't played on this channel, that I've played personally of the year. There's quite a few surprising ones that I didn't even think I would be putting in there, but they're there. So, number 5 is the rather ridiculous. I just played it this year. It's not necessarily new, but this is for games that I played this year. Like I said, it's not like... But yeah, number 5 is Octodad. I freaking love this game. Even if you can call it a game, it's more like a comedy act. But I may play this game for the channel at some point, I don't know. But I've been playing it with my mother, and she loves the hell out of it. She's been laughing a lot at the ridiculousness of it. If anyone doesn't know what the concept of Octodad is, then go and find out. It's a funny ass game, and I love it. So that's number 5. I want to check how much time I got. Oh blimey, we are marching on. I've been ranting and raving. Number 4 is, it just came out recently, but I played a demo of it as well, but it's Typo Man at number 4. It's an indie game, but it's almost in the style of Limbo, if you know what that game was. You know, it's all black and white, even though Typo Man isn't necessarily black and white, but it's almost in that style, that same kind of moody style. And it's solving puzzles using words and stuff, which is very creative, I think. So yeah, it's very pretty to look at, all in all, because it's in the style of Nine Lumber almost, you could say, except it's more yeah, in the style of, because you're solving problems and stuff, like you know, and you're pushing letters around and rearranging them and whatever to form words to help you progress further in the game. So I'm really loving the concept of that, so that's very good indeed. Number 3 on my list, I didn't expect to have this one in there, but I did enjoy this game for what it was worth, and I played this one this year. It's not new for this year, but I'm going to put number 3 as The Evil Within, which is a horror game-ish. I think it's come from the same people that made the Resident Evil games, the more recent Resident Evil games, you know. Resident Evil 4 onwards. And I do like the Resident Evil games, well, I like Resident Evil 4. So The Evil Within is almost like that, except it's really gory. But I kind of love that in a sense. I mean, hell, I'm buying Doom 4 this year, and that looks gory enough. I said that's a first-person shooter with the Mortal Kombat X graphic detail in it. So yeah, so it's kind of cool, and it gets slow at the beginning, but after you get into the game, it's actually really good. At least I think, even though it can get a bit dry and just going around shooting people's heads off, but on the most part, it's very satisfying doing that as well. But you know, and the atmosphere for most of the part is good, and the characters are fairly average, you know. But I kind of like it. Once you get into it, you just forget about the characters and you just go around and have fun, killing people, whatever. So that's number 3. Number 2 is an odd one. It came out recently as well, but I'm the racing specialist. I like racing games. So number 2 is Fast Racing Neo, as weird a title as that is. But I think that was the replacement for F-Zero for the Wii U, because it's come out exclusively for that. So yeah, Fast Racing Neo. It's kind of a combination of Extreme G, Wipeout and F-Zero all in one. If you played any one of those, you'll know what I'm talking about. Or if you played all 3 of them, you'll know what I'm talking about. So it's all compacted, and yeah, it's really fun, and you can play it online, so I've been having fun with that. You know, and you really have to learn the courses, so it's a proper racing game. You know, you have to get used to the courses, so you know, if you're not used to the courses, you're going to crash and burn, and there's plenty of opportunities to do that. There are a few problems with the game, but they can be easily overlooked. But otherwise, it's a really pretty looking game as well, considering, and it's an indie title. It's really, really nice looking. So yeah, Fast Racing Neo. For those of you who have a Wii U, I suggest buying that. If you're into your racing games, that is a definite must. I love it. It's number 2 on my list. I don't know how much time. How much time? Okay. Probably take up less time if I wasn't looking at what the time was. So number 1 that I haven't played on this channel, but I might, and it'll be for the horror month, hint hint, but you'll know in about 5 seconds. But I really enjoy playing, I've never played it before, but The Binding of Isaac is the Rebirth edition. That came out for the Wii U, and I downloaded that because I was interested because I know there's a big following of people playing that game because it's just so vast and huge, and all the levels are randomly generated, and all the items, there's just too many items. There's a lot of items, and I wanted to see what all the hype was about, so I finally decided, well, let's download it for this, and I played it, and I can officially say I'm freaking hooked. I can't stop playing it. I at least take some time out every day just to play it for like half an hour or something. And I'm that hooked to it, so I can't stop playing it. I might go and play it after this, who knows. Yeah, I'm happy New Year. So yeah, so The Binding of Isaac, and I may play that for next year's horror month, or I may play it before that and for the horror month. I don't know, because I like it that much. Can you blame me? But it is a really good game. I like all the concept and the graphics and everything, and yeah, it's good. And the you know, it's strangely addictive. You know, you get those games which are you pick it up and then you suddenly can't put it down. You're like, ugh, what's wrong with me? I can't put this controller down. It's too addictive. I mean, Splatoon had the same effect with me, but that's probably why it's worn out a bit. Games that keep me hooked, usually they get a bit lackluster after a little while. Whereas the games which I can turn off and say I can come back later while I can go and do something else, you're the ones that are going to last me for a long time. And Super Mario Maker and Binding of Isaac does that for me, because I can say, right, I've played this game for today, and I'll turn it off and I'll come back to it a bit later. And those are the games that really, you know, keep with me. Whereas the ones that suddenly you're like can't put the controller down, and then suddenly you realise it's getting a bit too old now. But hey. But Splatoon, I'm not going to deny, I was considering making it the game of the year, but it's that factor of me. Am I going to be playing it in another 6 months' time? Probably not. Am I going to be playing Super Mario Maker? Probably for the rest of the year, probably. So, yeah. Well, I'm going to wrap things up because I've probably been rambling. I don't know what the time is, but this is probably the longest video I've ever done for me just yakking. So, once again, I'm going to say thank you all so much for watching, regardless of what it's been. Be it the ASF, be it my Let's Plays, I don't mind. As long as I'm keeping you guys happy, I'm happy. So, once again, thank you. And thank you for hitting the subscribe button. Because without me having to prompt you, because that means just so much more than just, you know, me telling you and then you doing it. You know, you've done that under your own wind, so I have to applaud you for that alone. Because why would you want to watch me? I'm just a stupid, crazy person, as if I'd say so myself. So yeah, and Happy New Year. I will say, yep, the recording thing is flashing at me. That means it's running out of time, which means I've gone for 30 minutes. Holy crap. But Happy New 2016. We'll see what I have to offer in the coming year. But in any case, I'll see you however and whenever. Good day and good New Year and goodbye.